What up, y'all? So, this is my 3 cents on the matter again when it comes to this Deontay Wilder versus Anthony Joshua thing. You know what I'm, you know, and the only reason why I'm making this video the second time is because I'm starting to hear a lot about what Deontay Wilder could do, what Anthony Joshua could do, and stuff like that. Who's been out of the ring for 10 months and who hasn't been active, and who's been active, and all that stuff. And, you know, I said leading up to Wilder versus Fury 2, I said if Wilder doesn't get lighter on his feet and moves around and throw combinations against Tyson Fury, he would lose. Right? And when he went up in there, he did the same thing he did in the first fight. Take his time. Shuffling to the right and all that stuff. Taking his time. Standing in front of a guy that's damn near 300 pounds, 2 inches, 3 inches, 4 inches, or whatever, taller than him. Knowing damn well what this guy likes to do. He likes to lean on his opponents. Choke them. All kind of shit. Right? And I also said the people who had the most success against Tyson Fury are the ones who didn't just sit in front of him. The people who made Tyson Fury look like he didn't do road work is the people who didn't sit in front of him. Is the people who made Tyson Fury move around the ring. We have seen Tyson Fury gassed out. Supposedly Tyson Fury puts in good road work. We see countless fighters gas out. And they're ones who do road work. Road work is not the only thing that these fighters should be doing when it comes to conditioning and doing 12 rounds. There are notable fighters out there who lacked road work but had stamina in the ring. You know, and I don't force me to have to sit up over there and point these guys out to you. If somebody made Tyson Fury have to move around the ring, and he has to move that damn near 7 foot tall, 275 pound frame around, he will be tired. No matter how you put it. Them skinny ass legs of Deontay Wilder, them skinny ass legs. Having skinny legs doesn't mean you're going to get tired. Doesn't mean you're not going to get tired. How your opponent makes you work in the ring is going to end up how you getting tired. Hold up, y'all. Give me 1 second. And another thing that I mean, if anybody's going to talk about what Deontay Wilder needs to do, or how somebody's going to capitalize on Deontay Wilder, it's definitely not the legs. You know what it is? Deontay Wilder backing straight up. You know what another one is? Deontay Wilder trying to duck under punches and turning his head. That's gonna be the two main things, the two main issues. You know, buying this time, as we can see, you know, if you ain't got no head movement, right? And if you can't get off, you're gonna get fucking hit. If the triangle theory doesn't necessarily always work because it's styles make fights and all that shit, but If I was the betting man and I see that Anthony Joshua likes to keep his head right there on the line, and if the Nordic Nightmare Robert Helenius can do it, Deontay Wilder damn for sure can do it. And that's just what it is. And what I seen with Robert was he had success in the jab and he abandoned it. He abandoned the jab. And when like some people pointed out, Blood Boxing pointed out with the body punches, where's the check hook? Where's the hook in general? Right? Yeah, I know Robert is not the fastest guy, so he probably shouldn't be hooking with him. But where's the jab? It was working. You busted the dude's mouth open. You busted the dude's nose open, and you just abandoned it. You know, I'm not saying I know we're not supposed to see direct results from a jab like immediately. But over the course of 6 rounds, a fighter busting your nose and keep giving it to you over and over again, 3, 4, maybe 6 times a round, it's going to have to put some type of wear on you. Right? I mean, that's what I would assume. But all I'm doing is saying is like, there's things Anthony Joshua can do and there's things Wilder can do. You know, if Wilder's gonna buy his time, you know, jab to the body, stick him to the body, and jab him upstairs. If you can't get off on your jab, you gotta get your jab off right. Wilder likes to reset and do silent agreements. Keep that motherfucker jabbing when he trying to lift up his shorts, trying to reset. The same thing that Alexander Usyk does to his opponents, catch him when they think that he ain't about to do silent agreements, thinking that he ain't about to do nothing. Jab that motherfucker. You know, there's flaws on both of these dudes' sides. You know, and I would say silent agreements on Wilder's part, backing straight up on Wilder's part, and getting off balance. Loading up on punches, and what's the other one? Yeah, that's what I would say for Deontay. But then with AJ, what I would say is his inability to have a fighter instinct and allow his opponents back into the fight, right? As dangerous as Wilder is. You can't let that dude back in the fight. You gotta, if you hurt him, you gotta get rid of him. Don't jump on him to where you gas out or anything. But show the ref that, hey, get the ref to contemplate to stop the damn fight. You know, stay on his ass. You know, when somebody's wobbled like that, man, a jab is good enough. It should be good enough to keep them off balance, keeping him from setting up punches, right? That's good enough. But look at Paul Anthony Joshua, still no head movement, right? No head movement, right? Timid, right? Gun shy, right? Keeps his head on the line. Can't slip a jab. He can't slip a jab. And one of the greatest attributes of any of the all-time greatest fighters is the fucking jab. Their ability to use a jab. You know what I'm saying? I'll give Anthony Joshua this. He did listen to Derrick James. He listened to Derrick James with the hook. He listened to Derrick James when it came to the Helenius backing straight up with his chin in the air. With his chin in the air. So, you know, if Robert gets the dude like that, imagine But then again, I don't know what how Deontay Wilder's jab is doing these days, because his elbow injury, arm, bicep injury, and all that shit. The last time I saw him throw, maybe it wasn't the last time. Maybe that wasn't the last time. But the significant, like this, like I'm talking about great jab, is when he fought Bermane Stiverne the first time. That was a great jab. And that whole thing when he doing this with his hands, like he trying to pull, like that shit gotta stop. You know what I'm saying? That shit gotta stop. That sitting up over there throwing pity pats with that pawn shit gotta stop. You know, Anthony Joshua is not the most skilled fighter. Deontay Wilder is not the most skilled fighter. You know what I'm saying? But people want to say that Deontay Wilder can't box. You can't. You can't get in the ring and beat all those guys and knock out all those people, even with one punch. I don't care what it is, and say that the guy can't box. That's absurd. Oh, Bruce, what's happening? Derek Bailey, what's happening? What's going on, y'all? You can't say that the guy can't box. If people want to talk about people that can't box, let's bring up Gerald Washington this weekend. Let's bring up Derek Chisora this weekend. Let's bring up Dillian White. Let's bring up Alan Babick. If we want to bring up people that can't box, let's bring up those people. Because if Wilder only got one hand, and there's only one thing you need to worry about, right? What does that say about the fighter and a trainer? What does that say about them guys? You know, when people say Tyson Fury took away Wilder's right hand, he only took away Wilder's right hand in the last fight. There's first two fights he didn't take away the right. He took it away for majority of the fight, but the motherfuckers landed. The motherfuckers landed. You know, and people want to talk about Tyson Fury's chin. The dude is taller than him, and he's 270 something fucking pounds. You know how much force that you're gonna have to get on this dude? How much force you got to put on that dude to keep him on his ass at 270 something pounds? And when you 209, 210, 215, you know, Wilder's size ain't the issue. What the issue is that he ain't got no business standing in front of somebody that big, that tall, and skilled with boxing skills. You ain't got no business standing in front of him. We seen what Wilder did with Robert Helenius. He moved around the ring. Rob thought he had him, and caught a short right hand, and was out. And what did Wilder do? And all of the of all the right hands Wilder threw against Tyson Fury, what did he do? He allowed Tyson Fury to know they were coming. He allowed them to know they were coming. Boxing abilities. How come Derek Chisora still can't throw a proper overhand right? Boxing abilities. How come when Derek Chisora, just like Anthony Joshua, every time they throw a body punch, they wide open for the taking? They wide open for the taking. And nobody out there is taking, and they ain't got and they've been in the game for quite some time, but everybody's supposed to know boxing more than everybody on YouTube that ain't boxed or have boxed before. They supposed to know all this shit about boxing, but they can't slip a goddamn jab, and they can't throw a proper punch. If we want to talk about road work, let's talk about how Derek Chisora was blowing smoke out of his ass in the first round. In a fight that was literally, he was supposed to show everybody that he's not done, that he wasn't finished, that he's not a gatekeeper. And he didn't do it. You know? So, y'all know what it is. I mean, let's think about it. The only people, as far as I'm concerned, the people that started the rumor that Deontay Wilder can't box is people Ooh, the cop was right behind me. I forgot to turn these turn signals. Is the people that was writing for Edward Hearn, not Anthony Joshua, was the people that was writing for Edward Hearn. And the reason why I say that is, let's think about it. Wilder can't box. Wilder ain't fought nobody. Now all of a sudden is AJ talks about how he keeping the heavyweight division alive, but alive by fighting who? You were supposed to fight Dillian White. How was that keeping the heavyweight division alive? At that point, Edward Hearn could have brought up other heavyweight fighters, either under him or not under him. He could have said, hey, look at this Philip Herkovic guy. He's fighting every time he get a fucking chance. Hey, look at, dude, let's keep it real. Anthony Joshua fought 2 nobodies back to back. I'm just saying. And if anybody out there want to say I'm hating on Anthony Joshua, everybody know if you ask Laws Dawkins, I have said about Dillian White, I have said about Anthony Joshua, is that I still have faith in what they could do in the ring. It's just all up to them. I never one point said Dillian White needs to retire. I never said at one point Anthony Joshua needs to retire. I actually said I don't want to hear it with Anthony Joshua. He's still got a lot left in the tank. Because him and Dillian White, they have all the attributes as far as they body type, their ability not to the body type, the warrior spirit, the hunger and all that stuff. They always been missing the proper training. And people can call me a hater all they want to, but when Anthony Joshua lost the first time, when Anthony Joshua lost his third time, I never gave up hope on the dude. Hell, I never once said that Derek Chisora need to retire. My whole thing is that as a fighter, as a fight fan, I don't want to see fighters getting in the ring looking like they unprepared for a fight, because that's the worst thing. That's the worst thing for your health as a fighter to do, is get in the ring not prepared. That's the worst thing you can do. Is extremely detrimental for your health. What if Gerald Washington listened to his trainer in the ring and let his hands go like he was supposed to? How do you think that fight would have ended? How do you think that fight would have ended? Just saying. This dude is gassing out of his ass in the first round. All you needed was a decent jab. All you had to do is keep this dude trying to get the hell out of the way from this jab. Keep him moving. Keep him moving and set him up for a few punches. That's all you had to do, was get this guy frustrated, get this guy past the 6th round, down in rounds, and getting him desperate. That's all you have to do. You letting this guy throw overhand rights. And the only thing you could do is just catch the motherfucker. For what? You see the shit coming a mile away. Your trainer was telling you. Soon as that motherfucker plant, throw something. Because he's too slow. You're going to beat him. Overhand right, over and over again. And it just looks. And then, what pissed me off was Derek Chisora cuts himself because he's leading with his fucking head when he's throwing them overhand rights. He's leading with his fucking head, and his eye is busted open, and you don't even go after it. You don't add pain. You don't add sting to it. You don't make you. Come on, man. Can't make this up. You got your trainer basically pleading to you to throw your hands. You got poor old Malik Scott pleading, please let your hands go. Please. You got to prove to yourself now. It's either you want to fight or you don't, whatever he was saying. And you just pissed it all away. What the fuck was that? Oh. But anyways, y'all, man, look. I appreciate y'all for coming in. And if y'all have something that y'all want to talk to me about later on, just comment on any one of my videos and we could rap about it. If y'all want to come on, y'all want me to go on y'all channel, just let me know and I'll make some time and we could chop it up. Peace.